All right, cool.
Caught
Let's
up?
go. Yep.
All right. Any other questions for ladies from Jim or?
We should do.
No, I'm ready to
go questions.
Ready to go into another segment.
Good question.
Okay, so Lee's asked some questions earlier that were written down.
Yeah.
We'll start here with the questions.
All right. So he says here, why do men think it is okay to tell a woman to fix her face?
Oh.
We got a story for that one.
Hold on.
Don't tell it, bro. Please don't
All right.
tell it.
Well,
bro.
now we know who asked the question. I was gonna say you could be anonymous.
No, we didn't ask.
We didn't ask that.
But that's just crazy that somebody asked it. That's crazy.
Okay. So, ladies, as I read these questions, you can choose to be anonymous or not and say that's my question. But we got two special guests now, so I'm going to let them go ahead and. What do you guys think?
I'll answer that.
Yeah, please.
If we say that to you, it's an act of love if, in fact, your face needs fixing.
That's my question.
I know it, man.
Who question? Mine. That's yours.
Who wrote that?
Because we love you.
Richie did.
Girl, because why did that just happen?
They always say it all the time.
Do you have input?
Yeah, you have an
No,
input?
I just.
Why do men tell? Why do men?
Comes from a place of love.
So typically, when a woman has a resting bitch face,
No, not
we
even
tell
just.
them fix your face because they're like, "Are you really a bitch?" Then we find out you are a bitch.
Oh my
Not
god.
you, of course. I'm just saying in general. I'm saying in general. You know,
I respect it. I got you.
just saying.
I think the big reason why men tell women to fix their face is because unpleasant women are just not. No one wants to be around. Like, if you're an unpleasant woman, you're effectively useless to society. Because your job as a woman is to be happy, be pleasant, be nice and feminine, and you can't be a bitch and be feminine at the same time. It just doesn't work. So, unpleasant women is a very bad thing. And I think having your face put in a certain way makes people think that you're unpleasant, which is a bad reflection on the man as well.
Myron, is that the face?
Maybe a portion.
You want to fix my face?
That's crazy.
But yeah, but
that's crazy. He wrote that.
But that's
so
why
crazy.
men in general have an issue when a guy tells a girl fix her face, etc. It's honestly because unpleasant women are not good for society.
It doesn't mean that you're unpleasant because you just have a.
But it represents that
It
you
looks
could
like
not
it,
be.
though.
Yeah,
if you're
that's my point.
Assumption, for sure.
Yeah.
If you're
I can
crying in
agree.
somebody's face and you say "fix your face," I was like, "Oh, that's
I would just laugh and be like, oh,
I was
I'm not
laughing.
that
I
shit.
started
Yeah.
laughing.
When they said I started
Who
laughing,
wanted
Yeah,
to-
it would make me sad.
Someone had a story they wanted to tell on this or no?
no,
no, we're gonna skip that.
we're gonna skip it."
Okay.
But somebody definitely said "fix your fucking face." I was like, "Oh."
I don't think it's right. If it's some,
No, it made me laugh though. It wasn't like nothing like
What do you
that.
mean?
It
What's
was
wrong?
like,
yeah, if it's one guy tell you that, can you?
If it's
you
your
should
guy,
be
it's
fix this.
different,
I
yeah.
think he just wanna broke my confidence, and maybe he's a abuser.
No, he's not.
Hey, you look ugly. You should be fix your nose. I think
no,
it's
if
not
you're
right.
fucking snobbing and crying, somebody just say "fix your face."
That's not what I mean. That's not the.
You're
Yeah.
saying your facial
So
expression.
I know you're
Not
not
like that, baby.
You're not from here, right?
Yes.
So he doesn't mean fix your nose or your eyes or your freaking lips. He's just saying
Your
in
expression.
general you don't look happy. So just change your mood.
So if you're crying
Don't be a
and you're
bitch.
crying
Stop
in
being
his
a bitch,
face,
yeah.
and you're like, "Oh, ha, ha, ha," he's gonna be like, "Fix your fucking face, bro." And yeah.
Like, stop crying.
And I
that's
would
gotta-
laugh because I'd be like,
Right.
"Damn, you just
All
stopped me
right,
to cry."
look. In that context, it sounds crazy, but I'm talking about you're out to a restaurant with a girl and she like has like this, bitch face on for no fucking reason. That's a bad look on the man to be out with a woman that looks like that. Okay,
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to say. It's one thing if you're crying and he says fix your face. Okay, maybe he's just doing that to antagonize you. But if it's like you guys are out in public, and ladies, whether you want to admit it or not, like you represent your man. So if you look like shit, if you have this face on, it makes him look bad. And like I said before, unpleasant women. I mean, if you're an unpleasant woman, you're effectively useless to society because men want to be around pleasant women, and that is a woman's value, in my opinion, is derived from the caliber of man she can attract. So,
And we could make any face we want, so it's a double standard, and you have to accept it.
I'm not gonna lie, my
Nah.
situation
Okay,
with the
whatever.
whole "fix your
Right?
face" thing.
Yeah.
that's true.
It was like a exaggeration thing, and I was crying for exaggeration, and he was like, "Fix your face," and I kind of paused, like,
Yeah.
"Okay, you're right. Let me fix my fucking face."
Yeah, when
like,
you're
I
out and
see.
about.
Like,
you're
I'm
saying
being
it
dramatic.
works.
Like I was being
you're
dramatic.
saying
Yeah,
it works.
So it
yeah.
works.
So if it's not like a serious situation, then yeah, it should definitely work for sure. 'Cause
You're
I was
being
like,
a brat.
Crying's not a serious
Right.
situation.
No, what you're crying for though?
Because you're
Yeah.
full of shit, right? That's why-
Sometimes.
Can I just say when I wrote the question?
Sometimes I get a little.
Okay, go ahead.
When I wrote the question, it was more so like So a lot of the time when I'm walking down the street, somebody's like, "Fix your face," and I'm like, "It's my face." But then I just start
A
smiling.
stranger?
Yeah, a stranger.
Oh.
Strangers don't walk over you.
You're not a woman with this face, so that not is happening to you.
Well,
But yes, it happens. And
So that response is more like a, let me talk to her real quick and just say this to get a response from her.
Oh.
So yeah, it
Yes,
does
you
happen.
want me to
it does
pick up
happen.
line?
But that's typically
Sometimes it's a pickup
like a
line.
Oh, come on. You
But
can't whine
no,
about a pickup
no,
line,
I'm
dude.
not-
Come
no,
on.
but
Pickup line,
majority of the
Come
time,
on.
it's you look very aggressive, and you're this little thing, and it's like, why do you look so aggressive? And then once I smile, that argument is over.
And typically
not
it's a Caribbean thing
Yeah.
where like
Yeah.
people from the Caribbean are like, fix your face.
Yeah,
You know, it's like a slang.
For sure.
yeah,
But they mean it in a more like flirtatious way, like fix your face, gal.
yeah.
You know?
They're just trying
Are
to
there
make
just
you
tons of
smile.
Jamaicans where you live or something?
I mean, in the West Indian community, we kind of stick together.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Oh, you're smiling.
The next one here, and again, ladies, you could choose to stay anonymous or you can claim the question if you want. This one says, why do men feel they can fuck without feeling, but women can't?
Oh Lord.
I think we all feel
Who
that.
the fuck said that?
I think they mean without
I think she
emotional
meant without
attachment.
feelings.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll answer this
Like
first, I
emotional
guess, and then I could turn it to the other guys. I think it's for the precise reason we mentioned earlier about men ordering prostitutes and the difference between we were talking about prostitution, whether it's stripping or OnlyFans or whatever. I think that encompasses, like, for men, sex is just like, I just got to get it over with. Like, it's like just an act for them. But for women, there needs to be more emotional tie. So, for men, they have a higher threshold of having sex without feelings versus women. It's much harder for them. So that's what I would say on that. Because there's a whole industry on it. Think about it. Like, are there male prostitutes running around having sex with a bunch of chicks? Of course, but it's like a very small market compared to the amount of women
Teeny tiny.
that sell sex to men. So that in itself proves that the demand isn't there, because for women there is a feeling that needs to be attached for them to have sex with someone. Way more than men in general. So that proves it right there, just economics.
Low key, I can.
There's no demand for it.
I can low key agree with that a little bit.
Yeah,
Like,
is it-
for sure? Yeah.
So-
Just a little bit. But
How
I
do
know
you
some.
say that?
I know some dog ass bitches too. I know some bitches who are just like men who kind of act on that type of way. But I know like it's always a.
Yeah, but there's typically
Yeah.
something
Yeah,
like
I know,
those
typically,
women are
yeah, you're right, yeah.
disturbed. Like
Who wrote that?
whenever I meet girls that like have sex without feelings, there's something wrong with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, something happened.
They're
Yeah,
like
for,
demons.
I get what you.
Literally.
Completely
Hey.
detached.
Well,
Isn't
like-
it just that there's a
Emotional damage.
Yeah.
there's a distinction in how we emotionally value
Who
things.
wrote that?
Men we do emotionally value things, but in a completely different way. So we can value things like stoicism, strength. We can also value other things besides that. But for women, it seems that the things that they value emotionally completely different.
Yeah, it's
Different,
definitely
yeah.
different.
Completely
It's
different,
very
yeah.
few men that I
Physiologi-
meet with the
How do you say
same
that?
values of women.
Physiological?
Psychologically?
No, physiological?
Psychological.
No,
Physiological.
Physiological
Physiological,
is
okay.
impossible. We're not the same. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
So it's impossible. We produce the different hormone after sex.
Yeah, estrogen.
So it's
Yep.
impossible. So
Yep.
that's why you can do that and we can't.
So,
So
would it
even
be
if we would
fair to
try
say
it.
that the sexual liberation for females is
It's
a lie then?
complicated. It's complicated.
Well, you agreed with it earlier.
I agree, but
But
we're
you just
not
made an
the same.
argument that the biology doesn't support that.
Yeah, but it's not extreme. Have to be balanced and
It doesn't have to be balanced.
yeah.
Why?
Because
Because you made it the fuck up?
Because of feminism?
Yeah. It doesn't have to be,
no,
biology doesn't have to be balanced.
No,
It just has to be
it's-
true.
no. It's because
Biology requires no balance, Danielson. It does not have to have balance.
yeah,
No.
it's complicated.
Not Daniel's son.
Danielson is crazy.
No balance.
Next question is, what do you think of open relationships? And I'll give my take on it, and I think some of the other panel members might have different things. I think open relationships are only acceptable if it's open on the male side, never on the female side. Because I genuinely believe that if a woman loves you, she can't have sex with other men. She doesn't even want to see other men. And if she really respects and admires you. I know some guys advocate for monogamy, which I understand and respect too, but my thing is, I just want it where if the man is in a monogamous relationship, he's monogamous out of his wants, not the woman's wants. Does that make sense? Because a lot of guys are in marriages with a girl, and it's enforced monogamy on her end. You better be monogamous to me or else XYZ. I want it where the man is monogamous because he chooses to. Maybe he's devout Christian, maybe he wants to be, etc. That's fine. I have no problem with that. But I want the man to be deciding what he wants to do. Open relationships from a female perspective is unacceptable completely. It's disgusting. So that's my take on it. I'll turn it to the panel. What do you guys think?
I mean, I got to push back on you a little bit here. So
course.
I don't understand how you wouldn't hold this up as a double standard to say that if a man can engage in an open relationship and it's not degenerate, how you could also say that a woman who wants to engage in an open relationship is not being a degenerate.
Well, you can make the claim, right, from a religious standpoint, right? There are religions that allow you to have multiple wives, right?
Like Islam.
Yeah. So, obviously there's checks and balances on it. You got to, take care of them all the same, etc. That would be an example of because I'm not going to sit here and be like, it's not degenerate if you aren't doing it within the confinements of religion. But what I'm saying is that it is possible if you're doing it, they would say the halal way, right? Am I doing it the halal way? No, right? But being honest about it. But I think it can be done in certain ways where it is not degenerative. But as far as women being open, never.
So I understand like a utility argument in this sense of.
I think that's why they have it.
Let's say you and your 3 brothers go to war and 2 of them die.
Yeah.
Their wives are left with their kids. You know what I mean? And they go to you. That kind of makes sense. Right?
Yeah.
Kind of makes sense. Now you have.
It'll be weird, but yes, I see your perspective.
It kind of makes sense.
In olden times.
And this type of thing happened. But in modernity, right? In modernity, for men to have multiple wives or for a woman to have multiple husbands, doesn't it seem silly on both ends in modernity? Why do you think it would be it doesn't seem like it's good for men to do this. It has a huge failure rate inside of the United States to have any type of polygamous relationships. You can look at Coomer Gremlin Destiny, for instance, opens his relationship up. All of these different relationships which open up, in fact, have a massive failure rate. It just seems like it's a recipe for destruction on both ends.
Most guys can't do it.
Yeah,
they simply can't do it, and there's a multitude of reasons why. I agree that it's just not. Most guys can't pull it off, but I still think because they're asking, why is it okay for men to have an open relationship? And
Right.
that's the argument I made is that from a biological standpoint, if a female just can't do it, and it's been frowned upon in every single society.
Men won't do it.
Yeah,
usually, right?
Yeah.
There's very few men who will share a woman.
yeah.
But there are women who will share men, and there's no doubt that that's true. Like we can see this as a historic trend.
I'm not sharing.
But hang on, you might say that, but if we look, hang on, if we look at a historic trend, if we look at a historic trend,
We ain't Care Bears. We share shit.
you can trace your ancestors back to twice as many female ancestors as you can male. So that says that men had fucking harems. That's what that's saying.
You're saying this now, just like Andrew said, from a modernity perspective, which means the modern era where you have all these luxuries. I'm telling you, if your mind would change if suddenly the reality was you're either in the woods or you're a wife of many. You would choose wife of many. Why? Because women seek the structure and the protection.
For sure.
But what we're saying is the distinction is it
You want
doesn't
to hear
work.
something funny?
Yeah.
A lot of these girls right now are probably having sex with a guy that's having sex with multiple other women.
No.
He better not.
So functionally,
They just don't know.
Right.
Like it's functionally the same.
No, I
Like
know.
because
No.
the reality is
I'm single.
ladies. Okay, let's just make this simple. Do you find most men attractive?
Well, it depends on your
Are you
definition.
picky?
I like what I like.
Are you picky
That
with
would
men?
be picky,
So you're
right?
picky.
I don't say picky because it just depends. I've dated men of all walks of life, whether 5'4" or 6'8". So
Do you have high standards?
yeah, I got a
Okay.
standard.
Do you have
for
high
sure.
standards?
I'm not picky.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do you have
we
high
know.
standards?
Picky.
All right.
No, you're not.
You.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Oh my god.
Medium
What about you? Are you picky?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm medium
High standards?
picky.
Okay.
Medium.
I'm not picky.
Okay. The majority of you are picky. Do you realize that by you being picky, a majority of men don't qualify, right? You do get that.
Correct.
Okay. So what if I asked the guy though, are you as picky? You do realize that even the top tier guys aren't nearly as picky as like average chicks, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Correct.
Unless he shaves his arms.
Yeah. So you do realize by definition of you being picky that a smaller pool of men are even viable candidates, and that means that you're going to have, and then of that pool, only a small percentage of them you're going to actually hook up with. So just by you being picky, that means a minority of men are getting laid. So you do realize that if you're picky and you want, because the thing is that the things that women are attracted to are very similar. As much as you guys try to run around and say that you're special, you're really not. Women are attracted to the same traits in men in general, and very few men have these. So you guys just don't know it, but you're probably fucking the same guys, is what I'm trying to explain here.
And that's what it turns out to be 9 times out of 10. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, God. 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, but the
y'all niggas
question,
keep
Myron,
the same bitches.
Listen, if what he's saying is true and you could track it, how would that change how you see dating, having promiscuous sex, having sex with other men? If you could track, you know, on a chart.
If you can track,
like on a blockchain,
I guess if you can really sit there and track, yes, that would probably make a difference. Maybe, but like,
what if the result of that tracking is that you found out that all those men who hold all those traits that you want, that you're willing to have sex with, are all taken because they're all having sex with other men? Would you still be willing to?
Wait a minute. Some of them are banging dudes. Some of them are.
Some of them are, but yeah.
A damn shame.
So would you still do it?
It depends.
Yeah,
it depends, but like,
yes.
I don't know.
All right, so real quick, let's have fun with this. Pull up the calculator, right? Pull up this calculator, because you said that you're one of the biggest ones that said you're not sharing, right?
Real calculator.
Yeah. So I want you. What is the bare minimum age that your guy has to be, Chile?
The age you say?
Yeah, bare minimum age he has to be for you to date him seriously. It's gonna be funny.
I think 35.
35. Okay, and then what's the max age?
Plus 47.
35 to 47. Right.
Yeah.
Minimum height for you.
How tall?
This is your dream man. Yeah.
How
Very tall. I like tall.
Okay, what does it got to be bare minimum?
6 foot plus or?
I'm tiny, so I like tall.
Yeah.
Okay, well, give us a height. There's a bunch here. What do you want? What do you want? Look.
6'1", 6'2".
I'm used to use the metros. That's okay.
Okay, how many meters is fine?
I think it.
Give us the meters. I want to be accurate.
5.7. It's good for me, and plus.
All right, how many centimeters? Just give us the centimeters.
Okay, 1 metro 70. 1 metro
70.
1 metro and
1 meter.
1 meter and 70 cents.
170 centimeters?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you put a calculator.
Yeah, 170 centimeters. While we figure that out,
She said,
race.
He was over here counting. We was like, all
What's the race?
oh my God.
What's the race?
Like white, black, Asian, Indian.
Don't discriminate. BBC.
Other.
Yeah, I mean,
But you mean all?
What is other? Everything?
You mean every?
Yeah.
Everything, you don't discriminate,
All
like
the above.
Asian, black, white.
Not
really.
ideal.
Not really. I
So
think
all.
it's all the
Hispanic?
men. At least it's have to look healthy. You know.
All right, so all right, hold on, everybody. Let me just get through this. Let me get through this. Let me get through this. So you'll date an Asian man, Chinese guy.
If it's healthy.
Yeah.
If he looks
If it's tall and healthy.
So not an Asian guy.
Okay.
What's the bare minimum education that he has to have for you?
The same like me, degrees or something.
Okay, so a bachelor's degree or a master's degree?
Bachelor is fine, but
Okay, that's 4 years.
Yeah,
That's not 6, that's 4
yeah.
in America. Okay, bachelor's degree. Minimum income he has to make per year for you?
The same income than me, I guess, and more.
Give
What
us
is
a
that,
number.
roughly?
And
Okay,
more.
like it's not that much, like 80,000.
$80,000 a year
Yeah.
bare minimum?
Okay.
Okay. Can he be married?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Somebody else.
No? Yeah, well,
you know
no,
what?
it's no, because she says she won't share. It's a no.
Yeah,
Can he
exactly.
be obese?
What is all?
Can it be fat?
Can he be a gordito?
No.
Okay.
No.
I mean, a little bit. You know.
So just so you know, this calculator is based off the 2023 current population survey and the national U.S. Census Bureau and the National Health and the CDC. National Health and Nutrition. Scroll that down. No, National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey. So basically, this is the most accurate assessment of men in the United States. All right. So we're gonna see how common your guy is.
Yeah.
Go ahead, click it.
Build your man. Let's see.
Oh my God, I don't have a chance.
Oh goodness. I did
0.02.
this on Facebook and it was like
Okay.
3% men.
Wow.
So you saw her.
Catfish.
Oh wow.
Oh no.
That's hilarious.
I never
Oh my
gonna
God.
find someone.
Pull that back up real quick. So about 1% of men matches your man. So let me ask you real fast. 1% of men. If you find a guy, right, that's like 1% like this, do you think he's only gonna want to have sex with you?
No.
I'm asking her.
Oh, sorry.
If it's only one is sex?
No, because you said you're not okay with sharing your man sexually, correct?
Yeah, if he wanna sex with another woman, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that if you meet this guy, do you really think that you're gonna be able to? If he's a 1% guy, like who do you think has more? Who's rarer, you or him?
Me.
Really?
No,
See, isn't it amazing when women are confronted with statistics and numbers,
Yeah,
like
right?
how they?
It's so.
It's cold, bro.
Yeah.
Pure coke.
Can I eat this?
Are you a cat?
Like the ladies.
I kind of want you to be able to.
Yeah, like ladies, like do you guys not see where I'm going here?
Yeah.
Like she literally wants a guy that's in the top 1%, but she expects him to be monogamous to her.
Yeah.
That's gonna be pretty hard to find unless
Super
he's a
hard.
devout Christian or super
I know.
religious. Like you're probably not gonna find that.
That's sad.
For you.
For me, yeah, for sure.
Well, but
can
even
happen
then,
one
even
day.
if you were to add devout Christian, what do you think that raises it up by? What percentage?
Maybe one.
Maybe one.
Yeah.
Maybe less.
Yeah, maybe less.
0.2, 0.5.
Well, actually, it might be harder to find that guy.
It could be, yeah.
definitely gonna
Because
be
she wants
0.5.
this money, that status. Oh, by the way, we didn't even say if he's good looking or not.
But I don't make that much money.
Yeah, I know, but well, first of all, $80,000. If you're talking about the entirety of the United States, that's a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the majority.
That's a lot of money
Especially in Chile.
for most people to make
Yeah, but
per
I'm
year.
from Chile. I get
Motherfuckers be broke.
That's a
B.
millionaire in Chile.
You have a question?
I was kind of asking what Andrew, like, if you negated one of those things, would it change the outcome? Would it change the percent and how much? Like, if you took like 2 off completely,
Yeah.
would
But
it?
this is the problem.
Can you put it
What they're
back the
pointing
Asian
out is
guy?
that
Maybe I can
they
do
won't
it.
settle.
Yeah, they can't.
They won't settle.
Right.
So it's like they won't negotiate on height, or they won't negotiate on income, or they won't negotiate, and so they end up all looking for the same guy.
Which is a cat or a couple.
Yeah,
Guy cat.
guy cat.
Yeah.
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 I mean, I'll be very honest about this. You guys are not that fucking special. I think women really have this concept and think like, I deserve the world. I deserve a man that makes a lot of money, but he's also charming and good looking. He's super dominant, but he still listens to me. Like, he's a leader, but then he still thinks my opinion matters. Like, and then he's gonna be monogamous to me too. Like, women really aren't as special as they think they are. And then, like, no offense, you're 37 years old. This guy's a 1% guy.
Of course.
Do you really
I don't have a
think
chance.
do you think you can tell him you need to be monogamous to me? Do you think you're in a position where you could tell him that?
Yeah.
Wait,
It's hard.
you're 37?
Yeah.
God damn, nigga, you got no chance. What the heck's going on right now?
I'm saying, so that's super sad. I think I'm gonna start to collect cats and
Yeah.
give it.
And I'm not saying that to shit on you. I'm just saying I think women need to become more realistic
Yeah.
about where they stand in the dating marketplace and the caliber of man that they can attract, right? And most importantly, retain. Like, most women don't deserve the man that they think they deserve. They really don't. They don't qualify.
Who here actually
Deserves a man.
remembers Star Wars?
Not a man.
A little bit.
That movie, right?
Yeah.
You know the Clone Wars where it's all clones? That's all you guys are. And there's only one Luke Skywalker, and there's so many clones. You got to be understandable, because if you don't understand that, it's a principle.
Luke Skywalker wasn't in the Clone Wars.
I know I'm talking shit. I didn't watch it once.
You just got nerd checked. Not G checked there. You got nerd checked.
Anakin fresh.
But like the ladies understand that, like, you're not like, I don't think women really understand and grasp this concept that, like, there's many attractive women, there's many dancers, there's many OF creators, there's many porn stars. Like, think about it, like, men are satisfied with very little from women. So, like, if men are satisfied with very little from women, why do you think you hold as much weight in the dating marketplace that you think you do?
Is it? Well, it's delusion, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Is
feminism.
Well,
It's
is
feminism.
it? Is it? Is
It's
it?
feminism.
Is it delusion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So you're saying you're delusional?
No.
No, she is, bro.
It's thinking that they'll finally come along.
Hang on. So listen, if you say it's delusional for me to think that I'm probably going to get a guy like that, and I say, "Are you delusional?" You say, "No."
What are you saying with delusions? What is the point of that?
The point is
you're loca.
that,
That's what he's saying. You're loca.
Yeah.
Loco.
You know what?
Loco.
Yeah. Do you know what delusional means?
Oh, okay. Like
Crazy.
Like you don't have a sense of what's real.
Oh, okay.
So he's asking if that's the case. That's those statistics, right? He's asking you, are you delusional? You know, if you think you ought get that standard of man.
Yeah, maybe yes, but what is the solution for that? I
Don't
should
be delusional.
I
Lower your standards.
I should be lower my standards.
Lower your standards.
Okay, everybody just it's not that simple.
No, which standard?
What do you mean it's not that simple?
Okay, yes, tomorrow.
My standards are low.
Let me ask you this. Would you agree with me if I said I think that your standard for cats is probably lower than your standard for men?
Ooh.
And it's good that you don't care what they look like because you got 4 bags of food now to feed them with. Just so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And, you know, and I love doing this thing because even what's shown, like the reality of fun. And here's the thing. That doesn't mean he's good looking. We haven't even talked about his personality. Yep. Is he charming? Is he charismatic? Is his teeth nice? Does he smell good? Does he dress well?
Right.
Like, we haven't even gone into like the other things that women care about. Do his fucking socks match his shoes? I don't fucking know. Dumb shit that women want guys to have. So it's like, this guy's a 1%er, and we haven't even went into how he looks or anything.
Yeah.
I have a question. I have a question about this. All the dating apps, you know, it's like collecting baseball cards, right?
Yeah.
So perhaps listing all of these attributes is not a good thing for women to be engaging with at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not because they're what I've come to find every time we do this test, bro. Girls almost always score 4 to 5 cat bags, mostly 5 cat bags.
Yeah, 5.
And what I've realized is that most women simply don't have the amount of value that they think they do to attract the caliber of men that they think they deserve.
And it used to be that they would get married to who was local.
Yes.
That's all you could do.
Yes.
There was not a way to really get around that. So, you know, most people lived rural. You did have people who lived in the cities, but there was plenty of rural dwellers, and you were restricted to who was around.
And who had the balls to approach you?
You did no, they didn't even really approach. It was arranged most of the time.
Yeah,
well, that's further back.
Yeah, most of it was family arranged, but you were just kind of stuck with who you're stuck with, and it's like, and now that that's all changed, that's why this kind of delusion paradigm is happening, because now all of them can focus on the same exact people. Traveling's not a problem. The expense isn't the problem. None of it's a problem. Those barriers are out of the way. I don't even know if that's fixable.
Yeah. We brought girls on the show that said that, part of the reason why I ended my relationship is because I saw better men on the internet.
Yeah.
So that goes and shows right there